When he joined the monastery here in Erfurt, he threw himself into his monastic work. In fact, he drove his confessor, Johann von Staupitz, he drove him nuts. Luther at one time spent 6 hours in the confessional. In fact, sometimes he would be in the confessional, leave the confessional, on the way out of the confessional, have an impure thought or think some sinful thought, and he'd go right back into the confessional to confess his sin. There's stories of Luther just holing up in his little hut there, his little room there in the monastery, skipping meals and being involved in all night and all day prayer vigils, just throwing himself at the feet of God. He was so concerned for his soul. You see, in Luther's time, the only way that you could please God, at least this is what the church was teaching everyone, the only way you could please God was by work, by your works. It was predicated upon an understanding of sin in the Middle Ages. In fact, it was more predicated on the understanding of sins in the plural. See, our problem is not that we are sinners at the root or we are sinners by nature. The problem is the sins that we commit. And so if that's the problem, the sins we commit, then if we just simply rack up merits or rack up good things, those good things will cancel out our sins. And Luther just struggled and struggled and struggled to rack up those good things that would cancel out his sins so that he could have peace with God.